remote Claremore, USA, with Carolyn Peterson. We're here to kind of discuss and show you guys some different elements and challenges that go along with shade gardening. So I'm going to take it off with her. It's nice to have you here, Carolyn, and thank you for letting us come into your property and show
With the rain we've had this year, it was a lot easier than normal
That's
to
right.
keep things looking nice.
It has been. So since we are back here and it's, you know, fairly private, and but it's also shady, can you tell us some of the challenges you do have with shade gardening?
Well, of course, I don't have the blooms that you see in the sunny garden. So I get perennials, so they bloom like the columbine blooms early, and it's now gone. And the hostas do bloom because it's a shade plant.
Right.
But
so there's unique plants, of course, that have to go with shade gardening.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And then I do have problems. My oak leaf hydrangea was attacked by a deer or a few earlier, so it is coming out, but I usually keep a fence around it, but I thought it had gone past the fence stage, so I took the fence off, and then they snuck in one night.
Right. Daring deer, right?
Yeah. I think they like our pasture in the back.
Oh, yeah. The deer are getting more and more domesticated.
They are. And we have quite a few.
Right. Well, let's see what else is up this way. It looks like you've got something neat that is great for a shade garden over here.
The Lenten Rose does really well, and it starts blooming in February. And you can see some of the blooms are still on there. I've got 3 different colors here that do well.
Yeah, they take about 80% shade, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah. They're a great plant too because they're green all the time, and they bloom in February when you just need a ray of sunshine.
Oh, yes, they do. Well, I really like this covering you have. It's just some pea gravel that you found, and
yeah, we buy it and then bring it in. Yeah, and you have to pick up the twigs and the leaves and the big branches that fall every now and then. But it's pretty well maintenance free once you get it down.
That's great. Yeah, I could see where. I mean, it just defines the bed so well to have something like this.
Yeah. I like to come out in the morning with my cup of coffee and check all the flowers.
Exactly. Cool.
And the grandkids like to come and walk through too. They're getting interested in flowers, so they.
Yeah, kids would love going around these paths.
Yes.
Maybe at a little faster pace than you want. But,
yeah.
And then we're coming to kind of a feature here. Tell us about this waterfall and kind of water course.
Well, I was trying to camouflage the freeway that's behind us, so I thought the water feature would give us a little bit of a noise factor, and it was hard to work with this little hill here, so we came up with this design to the water recirculates.
Right.
And it gives us just an added attraction for this area.
No, I mean, you made really good use of the lay of the land and how it conforms to that. You know, it almost looks natural to me, you know, that it just
Well, that's kind of what we were hoping, so thank you very much for that. We put it on a timer so we don't run it during the night, just to cut back on the electricity and the use of the pump.
Sure, right. And then the rocks that you put in, are they native? Are they found around here, or did you?
We had somebody come in and they brought a lot of the rocks, and then we used a few that are native. All of these paths are native. We put those in.
Okay, yeah, because this is a kind of a rocky area.
Actually, we found them on this place, most of them.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of sandstone in
When
this.
we were trying to dig a plant, we would have to wait and get the rock out before we would put the plant in.
Because we're at the beginning of the Taiwa Hills.
Right.
Well, Carolyn, while we're here, I think the viewers would like to see a little bit of this unique vegetable garden concept that you have that I've seen in books, but really never seen personally. Can you explain this to us?
Well, as I said before, the deer come through here.
Exactly.
And they would eat my tomatoes down, and I would get so aggravated because we love the tomatoes. So I had seen this hoop somewhere, and so my husband helped me devise these hoops. And then I use the net that I take off my pond in the winter, and I move it here and it does a really good job of keeping the deer out and the squirrels and rabbits. And this year I'm having a very good crop with the tomatoes. I do get some shade, so I guess that's good in a really, really hot season, because the tomatoes seem to be doing really well.
Yeah, it looks like that, you know, you have enough sun for the tomatoes, because they're starting to turn orangey red like they're supposed to this time of year, and the tomatoes look really healthy. So that's a great innovation.
It's a little difficult to get in there and weed and so on, but it works to keep the deer out, and that's my main purpose.
Oh,
and just having a small garden.
Right, exactly. Well, that's a neat concept. It's just like the recycle, reduce, and reuse, you know.
Right.
And you're reusing something.
Yeah.
That's great, and that definitely, and keeps the birds out too, because I know
Actually,
they would be.
it does. Somebody mentioned that the other day, that the birds was eating their tomatoes, and I thought, wow, they're not getting mine.
Well,
I've seen a dragonfly or two in there, but I don't think they eat much.
I don't think so. They may be eating something else bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So we really appreciate you being a host, to having us come out and look at your garden, just some of the unique things about it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.